Because I can't be bothered today. Can't be bothered. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is this good enough? Because, like, we haven't done one of these in a while. Live from my couch. It's Sunday night. I didn't even put the light on. It's just the light from the computer. No mic, no camera. It's like no shirt, no shoes, no service. No light, no camera, no action. Except here I am with the action. How do you feel about that? Is everybody okay with that? If you're not, let me know, and then I'll go upstairs. I'll bring you to my studio. I'll turn the lights on. I'll get the pro mic. I'll do the whole thing. But if you're cool with it, can we do a casual couch show in which halfway through I start cooking dinner because the girl's hungry? Just let me know. Let me know how we're feeling about that. Let me know in the chat. Speaking of which, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Super chat in, all that good stuff and support. Really appreciate it, my dudes. Do you think they say dudes in any other accent? I've never heard it. Doing things in your coach is very rare for you, Roxy. Is it? My couch. So sounds like you guys might be okay with it. I'm gonna run with it. I watched it. Welcome to Derry, episode 3 for Reject Nation. If you haven't checked it out, go check out my watch along Reject Nation on YouTube. It's Real Rejects. We have been watching all the Welcome to Derry episodes, me, Tara, and Andrew. It's a lot of fun doing it with them. Love those kiddos. And if you want like a full in-depth, check it out there. If you just want to casually chat with me tonight and talk about that, plus I'm also watching the Vince Staples show, season 2, which dropped this week. I'm like 4 episodes into that. I watched, I'm caught up on The Chair Company, which I'm absolutely loving. Some of you guys were super mixed on it. I love it. I've seen the first couple episodes of Pluribus. Now that you guys have seen it, we can chat. I started the show Leanne, which I'm curious if you guys watched, because I watched her stand up, and now I started that show. I haven't seen episode 2 of I Love LA yet, but I did see episode 1. So lots of shows. Officially hit 119 shows that I watched this year. Crazy. So we can talk all those things. Also, what's coming up for me? I have next week on Monday, a week from tomorrow, I'm going to a Wicked screening, so I'm really excited about that. And then I'm supposedly going home. I'm a little nervous about that because, as you guys know, the government shutdowns are making it so that people cannot fly, cancel flights, delayed flights, yada yada. Will they sort this out by Thanksgiving travel time, which for me is early because I'm going with my sister to go see Noah Khan on my mom's birthday. We're very excited. I told you guys about that. Oh, interesting. I've heard really not good things about Running Man, so I'm glad you liked it, Steve. Anybody else seen it yet? Shout out to our first super chatter of the day. Let's go, JC Cleaver. 7764. I always try to guess when anybody, this is what I used to do with screen names too. When anybody has numbers at the end of their name, I always try to guess like why. 7764 is kind of a more difficult one. 77, were you born in 1977? 64. Don't know. Don't know. Let us know. But thank you, JC. Appreciate you. We also had other things happened this week. We can talk about any of those. It's going to be a goofy, weirdo show tonight. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. Definitely, we'll talk about it. Welcome to Derry. We'll cook a little food together. I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet. I'm thinking I bought salmon at the store, so I could do a salad with spinach, avocado, apple, onion, mushrooms, and salmon. And then I would make a mustard dressing for that. Or I could do salmon and zucchini and sweet potato. Those are pretty much the options. I also bought salami, but I think I'm going to save that. Although I did have seafood today. Today, I took Grammy to go get her nails done. And then she's been having a really hard time eating. And not a lot sounds good to her. But today, seafood sounded good for her. So I took her for seafood. And we went to this really interesting place that's called The Joint in the Valley. And The Joint is like, it's got hanging fish on everything, the freshest fish. But it is like one of those places you get up, you order at a counter, you go back, then the counter gives you the fish that you ordered, then you bring it outside to a grill and they grill it for you there, then you bring it back inside. So it was very bizarro, but it was delicious. It was also it was both seafood and Japanese. So then we also had hand rolls that were so good, crab and salmon ham roll. And Grammy ate every bite. She said she just thought it was okay but whatever, she ate it all. So I didn't care. I was so happy to see her eating. Also, Patriots are just amazing right now. And I'm so excited about that. So we could chat about any of that stuff. Oh, and then after I took Grammy home, I went to the gym. And then, the point of all that was I had salmon for lunch. So is it weird to have salmon for dinner? And then I'll probably have it again tomorrow for lunch because leftovers. But if you got it, flaunt it. Salmon, I know you want it. Wiley OFC in the super chat. Want to start the Vince Staples season 2. Love the first one, but I am binging the Ken Burns Country Doc show for the second time. So hard to start new things when you're binging something you already know you love. The good thing about Vince Staples season 2 and Vince Staples show in general is it's like the easiest watch ever in terms of the episodes are so short and they have nothing to do with one another. So you can put one on, then watch another one whenever the hell you want. They're like 20 something minutes. So I encourage you to do so. I like the show. It's like a lighter version of Dave or Rami or Curb or any of those shows, but it's good. It vibes with me. I love that style of show. There's not many women who do that, and I would love, love, love to do that. Ultimately, I'd have to be a lot more famous first. But I'm on my way because I have a movie coming out in a week and a half. Nope, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and a half on the 25th. So 16 days, 2.5 weeks. How cool is that? Are you guys going to see it? What's crazy is that I haven't seen it yet, and I have critics messaging me that they have seen it. Isn't that so weird? I have not seen the movie, and other people have, and I have not, which is wild. All right, I'm going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Send that support if you can. This is an entirely fan-funded show. The only way we're able to keep doing this is because of you guys. Starting with our first Streamlabs of the night, RQMDSMD in the house. Roxy is sending some Sunday night support, enjoying both Pluribus and it. Welcome to Derry so far. Curious where both are going. Yeah, I agree. Curious where both are going as well. I'm a little further on Welcome to Derry. On Pluribus, I saw the first 2 episodes, and I'm so waiting for next week's. I'm so invested in that show. Very excited. Oh yay, Mr. Boy Yankee says he's jazzed to see my film. Hell yeah, let's go. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Okay. You go, girl. My nails are still green. I didn't change them today because they don't need to be changed yet, but Grammy really doesn't like them. And now I'm going to change them right before Wicked, which feels so stupid. Sexy Andrew in the house. Andrew Thomas says, Happy Sunday, the most beautiful Roxy. I just saw Netflix Frankenstein and really enjoyed it. I will be watching it. Welcome to Derry 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. You're only a day away. I won't do spoilers on it. We'll just talk about it later on. So the people who want to talk about it can talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. I miss doing the show with Steph. I love her. I feel like I quote Steph 50% of my day. Handsome Ransom in the house. Thank you, Handsome Ransom in the Streamlabs. He says, Aloha. Glad you're liking Welcome to Derry. I think it has one of the best opening themes. Esser? What's Esser? What is that word? ECER. Let me Google it. I be Googling words all the time. Esser. Oh. I don't see what that. European Conference on Educational Research. I don't think that's what you mean. What does Esser mean? Whatever. One of the greatest ones, Esser. Currently flying a kite in the living room, so the stream is such a mood. That's amazing. Vibiana. As always, stay awesome. Long live Striverse. Hashtag go see Wildcat. Yes, love to hear it. I think the opening theme, if you watched my Real Rejects thing, you saw the song. Why does this girl think she's special? Because she has a ribbon in her hair. She's like, if I wear a smile and a ribbon, I'm special. It's like, girl, you don't get a cookie for wearing ribbon in your hair and a smile. You're not special. The lyrics are wackadoo bananas. I like the opening a lot too, though. Oh, Handsome Ransom ever. Am I an idiot? That's how you know that I'm tired. I was like, Esser. It's obviously a spelling mistake forever. Got you. Thank you. Eric with CK in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, I'm sending Sunday support because Roxy is awesome. Enjoy the night. Eat some pollo, not salmon. LOL. Eric with CK signing out. LOL. I don't have any pollo. I only have salmon. I kind of feel like chicken, but I only have salmon. Salad or potato? Salad or potato? Potatoes just take so long unless you make a microwave, but I don't think they taste as good that way. I feel like I should do this salad, but then salad's not as good for leftovers tomorrow. I could just do the baked potato, zook, and salmon. Sweet baked potato, so it'll be yummy as hell. That kind of sounds better right now. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. What do you guys think? What do you think? Streamlabs in, Super Chat in, send that support. Much love and appreciation to all of you guys for being here. Late night on this Sunday, November 9th. Oh, why is November 9th ringing a bell to me? You ever hear a date and you're like, did I miss somebody's birthday? November 8th is one of my good friend's birthday, but I texted him yesterday. Mike Joyce in the house, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Mike Joyce says, I just finished the new season, Nobody Wants This, and loved it. Yeah, it's so good. I would have been crushed if it didn't get season 3 with how it ended. I know. I like all these characters so much. Me too. I love Jewish Joy. The show is so lovely. It's top 10 show of the year for me. Just because of how enjoyable it is. It's just sometimes easy watching will get you so far. I love the characters. I love the show. I love the themes. I love it. And I'm so glad you love it. I love the actors. It's just stinking lovely. Gotta do half salad and half potatoes. It's an interesting suggestion. However, then I'd have to do double the work. Oh no, Sam, what's going on, babe? Did you write it in the Discord and I missed it? What happened? Talk to us, Goose. Going back to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Thank you guys for the support tonight. We're coming in hot, tot. Coming in hot, tot. RQMDSMD. Got tickets for Wicked for Good for me, my wife, grandniece, grandnephew and his new girlfriend. This should be an interesting experience. That's awesome. You guys should wear pink and green. You should split up and wear pink and green. I'm so excited for it. I have to figure out who I'm going to take as my plus one. I got to figure it out. Oh. Oh, Mel, I'm sorry to hear about the Temple Crown. That sounds painful. Hope you're okay. Oof. Sounds like a lot of the rock stars are having things go on right now. It is weird timing at the end of the year. Like I feel like everybody's bosses push them extra hard at the end of the year. Because you have to get in all this work before the holidays, and also like okay, for example, and I don't feel like I'm outing her because she posted on her social. So my girl Tara, you guys know she's my main co-host at the Shejects, Real Rejects. We're the Shejects. Love Tara. We've gotten very close over the last couple of years because of hosting together. And this week, she got her car smashed into. It's now the fifth time she has had to have her car in the shop this year because of things like this. One was a manufacturing issue. Three times her window was smashed into. And one time I forget, but five times this year, she's had to go through insurance for her car for something that not a car accident, for something that happened to her car, completely out of her control. Five times. The fuck? I Venmoed her because I was like, girl, go get yourself a shot. This is ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Like, crazy. Apparently, there is an unhoused man on her street that just goes up and down the street smashing in cars, and have he's on camera, but they haven't found him. Like, why would anybody ever do that? I think it's the same person two or three times, but five times in the shop in a 1 year period. So expensive. I feel awful for her. Horrible. So yeah, just things keep happening to people. Keep calling me or texting me that like weird wackadoo banana stuff is happening to them. And I also think because of the government shutdowns, everything is slow. The flights are bad. Everything's backed up. People are on edge. Obviously, we just had elections. That always makes people on edge. I got to tell you, Mike, to be honest, when you say Tara should live with me, she seems to be living in a dangerous place. I live in a significantly more dangerous place than Tara. Her neighborhood is a much like nicer neighborhood than mine. I'm not going to say anything more about that because of where that I don't want to out where either of us live, but where I live is like kind of seedy, and where she lives is not supposed to be. So, but all of LA is like kind of a fucking disaster zone. The amount of crime here is just, it's brutal. People are really struggling, and yeah, it's brutal. Not that either of us live in Beverly Hills, but like Beverly Hills has become unsafe. People are getting robbed there every day. Like, I never hold my pepper spray closer than when I'm walking Beverly Hills because people just keep getting their shit jacked there. Yeah. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, super chat in, questions, comments, concerns, bits, bots, thoughts. What were the other things that I needed to tell you guys about? I went out this weekend with my friends Ash, Candace, and Livy. We went dancing at this place called Andy's, which is Anderson Paak's place that I went to about 3 weeks ago. I love it there. I love live music. And you know, I'm going to make a TikTok about this probably, but one of the covers that they were doing, I usually don't like Maroon 5, but this cover was really well done. It was of that song, "This love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye." Okay, so when he was singing it, and he was like, by the way, the singer was just like super uber sexy, um, and he was like, uh, when he's singing it, I was really listening to the lyrics, and it was like, "Try my best to keep her satisfied. to keep her coming every night. And I was like, oh my God. That song came out when I think that song came out when I was 11 years old and we were singing every word. And I had no idea what those lyrics meant. Like Maroon 5 kind of moonlights as like family friendly. And let's see, what are the actual this love lyrics? Okay. Um, I tried my best to feed her appetite, to keep her coming every night. So hard to keep her satisfied. Oh, kept playing love like it was just a game, pretending to feel the same, turn around and leave again. Oh, oh, okay. Maroon 5. That's a like vulgar. Tried my best to feed her appetite, keep her coming every night. Just because you guys spelled it COMING doesn't mean we don't know what it is. But at 11, I did not. I would scream that lyric. Whoa. Ooh, okay, hot mama. With this like sexy man singing it an inch in front of my face. I was like, oh, I love live music. Love, love, love. Live music rocks. Those lyrics, damn. Satisfied. Yep, you do you. All right, streamlabs.com/Roxy's super chat in. Have you guys ever realized a lyric was something after the fact like that? Things that you're singing as a kid, and then later on you're like, oh my God. From the windows to the wall. There are kind of a lot of them. I'm not saying that kids shouldn't be singing that, but like, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so a little on it, Welcome to Derry, without doing spoilers. Again, if you want more of my thoughts, go watch the Real Rejects video. But It Welcome to Derry episode 3 was the episode that really got me hooked on the show. How many of you guys watched it? By a show of people in the chat. Chat in. How many of you guys watched It Welcome to Derry episode 3? I watched it a little bit ago, so I was looking at a recap. Again, I won't give too many specifics, but what I loved about this episode was that after the first episode, which spoilers for the first episode, when we wipe out a lot of the characters that we thought were going to be our main people, episode 2, it took me a while to kind of just like grapple with that. So it was nice that episode 3, we go back in time. And I think that was really necessary to get me invested in the people that we still have. I loved the entire slingshot storyline. Um, I thought that that was really well done. And yeah, I think that this show has layers for people who are big Stephen King fans, and then for people who don't know Stephen King at all, people who are big into the lore, and people who aren't into the lore. I really like that little boy Rich. I think he's so funny. And the two boys just going back and forth about the Tatas conversation. I was like, this is so classic. Really, really nice. Um, yeah, just in general, this episode worked for me. It really did, and, again, without spoilers, I can't say too much other than this is the one that got me on board, and I was like, "I like the direction the show is going in. I like what they're holding back. I like what they're putting forward, and I'm super curious about Derry and these kids, and I'm also curious about the adults." So, it's very rare where you equally care about the kids and the adults in a storyline, and I do here, and yeah, they're doing an excellent job with the show. How are you guys feeling about it if you're watching? Interestingly enough, not a lot of you guys are watching in the chat. Hmm. Okay, freak stomp. Let's just be honest. It's dark. My hair is in a messy bun. I don't have 1 ounce of anything on my face, and you think I look 25, and I will take it. Take it. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Very nice freak stomp. Um, Every time I go out with Grammy, people ask if that's my mom or my grandmother, which I don't know whether that is a compliment to her or an insult to me. Probably a bit of both. But today, these two women at the nail salon, they're so sweet, came up to us and they couldn't believe Grammy was 98. And they were like raving about her to me. And they said that they thought I was a wonderful granddaughter and they were listening to our conversations. It made me very happy. We had a good day together today, Grammy and I. Really beautiful day. I love going home, but I hate leaving her. It stresses me the fuck out. I know you guys know that, but it's been 80 degrees in LA. So warm, so nice. All right. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. On the Vince Staples show, I told you guys a little bit, but it's such an easy show to watch. I mean, not that they're not dealing with like sometimes they do darker subject matters, but the episodes are so quick and I think it's very enjoyable. The Chair Company is cringe TV. It's cringe TV, baby, and you guys know I love cringe television. This is the Tim Robinson show that is, I guess, I feel like this is his version of The Rehearsal. It's scripted. It is uncomfortable to watch. It reminds me of Beef. If Beef and The Rehearsal had a baby, it would be this show. It is a comedy, and it is about this guy who, as IMDb says, follows a man who investigates a conspiracy after an embarrassing incident at work. And that incident has to do with a chair. And I was so bummed because I thought it was all out. So I started binging it. And then, oh, I didn't watch tonight's episode. Yes, I can watch that later. But I thought it all out. And then I got to episode 4 last week. And then there was no more. And I was like, what the fuck? I need more. I need more. If you like cringe TV, you'll like this. If you don't, then you won't. If The Rehearsal and Beef having a baby sounds good to you, then you'll like this. If it doesn't, you won't. Pluribus, we talked about a little bit. That show's bonkers. I don't want to give spoilers to anybody, but how tonally different it is from Breaking Bad, I think might throw a lot of people off. It's a whole different genre. But for me, it's just so wildly impressive that Vince can do both things. And of course, I have to wait until all of it's out to know whether it's great or not. But as of right now, I think it has a strong possibility of making my top 10 of the year, which would be nuts. Okay. Seattle KO, thank you so much for asking this question. This was one of the more devastating moments of my life. So I'm going to just show you guys something for a second. Let me show you something. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this up for you. You guys, it's worth the wait, I swear. In 2019, I'm going to read it to you guys, but in 2019, this is what I tweeted. You see the date? July 22nd, 2019. So just for background, Chris Cornell passed away in 2017. In 2019, I tweeted, mind-blowing that Chris Cornell hasn't been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Soundgarden alone should have done the trick. Then add Audioslave, plus his supergroup Temple of the Dog, a career that spanned decades, a grunge pioneer, a Grammy winner. Come the fuck on. 2020. This is what I tweeted. I'm going to read it to you guys. Soundgarden, not inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Another 12 months of me bitching about how incredible Chris Cornell is and how tone deaf, literally and figuratively, the nominating committee must be. 2021. 2021. This is what I tweeted. Are you telling me this is going to be another year where Chris Cornell / Soundgarden are not inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Why? Why? Hashtag Rock Hall 2021. This is something that I have cared about since the day that Chris Cornell passed. Prior to that, but since the day he passed, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for the moment in which Chris Cornell was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yesterday, I text my friend Jess and I say, "What are you doing tonight?" And Jess, who is so wildly talented, unbelievable, who has never heard a Soundgarden song in her life, texted me that she was going to the Rock and Roll inductions into the Hall of Fame. And she said, "I'm covering the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame event tomorrow. What about you?" I wrote back, "Shut the fuck up." On account of the fact that I would have literally cut off my arm to be there. And she said, "Haha, my first thought was to bring you, but there's already a plus one that I have to bring for it's like a work thing." And I said, "I would have died." Then she said that she thought that the plus one wasn't gonna be able to go and that I might be able to go. And then, in fact, I was not able to go. She wrote to me, "Damn it, you belong there so much." Then she asked me some questions about Soundgarden, which I answered, of course, because I wanted to give her background on them. And obviously, it's not just Soundgarden being inducted, but everybody knows that I'm obsessed with Soundgarden and Chris Cornell. Then I asked her who was on the tip sheet that was going. Let me just read you guys. Bad Company, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast, Soundgarden, which included presenter Jim Carrey, Soundgarden, Taylor Momsen, who I love, Brandy Carlisle, White Stripes, Salt and Pepper, Warren Zevon, Sly Stone Tribute with Stevie Wonder, Questlove, Flea. Yes, you heard me, Flea, Beck, Jennifer Hudson, Elton John, Doja Cat, Donald Glover, Killer Mike, Chappell Roan, Cyndi Lauper, Avril Lavigne, Bryan Adams, Teddy Swims, Mick Fleetwood, Nancy Wilson, Joe Perry. You know, just my dad's best friend of his entire 20s and 30s, Joe Perry. David Letterman, The Killers, Iggy Pop, Olivia Rodrigo, 21 Pilots. Those were the people that were going to be presenting or performing. I'm obsessed with Jess. Jess is a pop girly. If you guys know one thing about me, it's that this is my dream event, and Soundgarden is all I've tweeted about for a decade. I texted her afterwards and I said, she texted me during and she said, "That was insane. We should actually tag team this next year. You would die over this." I said, "Was it incredible?" She said, "So, so sick, dude." I don't know if you guys know this, but Jess and I are each other's plus ones to everything. And she couldn't take me this time. This is the event of a lifetime, not just going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, but Soundgarden. My favorite voice of all time, number one favorite voice of all time, Chris Cornell. So, what are my thoughts? Long overdue. Thank effing God it happened. Wish I was there. Shout out to Chris Cornell. Rock God. voice of an angel, truly gifted, so well deserved. Thanks for asking. It's probably the longest I've ever spent talking about a super chat question, but Robert Presser, hope you had a good weekend. Thank you. Would have been better if I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, but it was good. Appreciate you. So that. Streamlabs.com/RoxyDryer. What's going on with you guys? I'm so close and yet so far. Scott Welsh from the Streamlabs. Hey, Rox. Any dating updates? After 5+ years of personally being one and done with first dates, I finally met someone. So happy to officially be off dating apps. Hoping things work out with you and the current guy. He sounds pretty great. Wait, Scott? Okay, tell us fucking everything. What happened? That's a long time. And now you're off. So who is this person? How did you guys meet? How's it going? What can we know? Give us the tea. As lover, love, shipper, ships, nothing makes me happier than when somebody finds somebody that makes them happy. Tell us, tell us, tell us. Hurry. That's awesome. Gotta figure out how much of this I want to share. We went on a 4th date this weekend. It was a really beautiful date. He did such an amazing job. As I'm still navigating something, I'm not sure that I want to share it with you guys yet. Not just you guys, but even with like my friends and like something came up that I'm just trying to navigate. And so I'll leave it kind of vague like that. But we're gonna go on a 5th date this week, and I'm gonna kind of see how I'm feeling about what came up. So yeah, he's a really, really great guy. As I've said the whole time, I don't know that this is a long-term thing for me. I'm not sure. It's a feeling that I've had from the beginning, and the 4th date might have confirmed that, but I don't know. And I'm never going to feel like he's a waste of my time because he's a really, really great guy. And so I'm really enjoying getting to know him. Yeah, so that's how it's going. What do you guys think about this? Let me ask you about this. I have a friend who I went to go see her baby this week, and she was like, "Oh, I want to set you up with somebody. How do you feel about it?" And I was like, yeah, great. Would love that. Who is it?" Because she knows me very well. And she was like, "Actually, it's a friend of a friend. I haven't met him, but my friend was telling me about this single guy friend of hers, and it sounded up your alley." And so, um, she told me like a little bit about him, about his background. She showed me a picture, and I was like, "Oh, he's really, really handsome. Sounds great." Yeah, if you trust your friend, but for sure. And so then she messaged me tonight, my friend, because I was like, "What's going on with the guy?" Because we were in the middle of talking, and she was like, "Actually, my friend that brought this up to me, she says that it would be better for her to throw a party for you guys to meet because he would be too uncomfortable taking you on a date." I said she wants to throw a whole party of 6 people, my friend and her husband, the girl throwing the party and her husband, and me and this random guy, because that's less awkward than me just going on a date with him. That feels so forced and weird. Like, then we're 2 strangers with 2 couples. How are we gonna get to know each other? Does that sound weird to you guys? And the girl was like, "Well, I could invite more people and make it more of a party." And it's like, but then you're throwing a party for us to meet? I just Why can't we just go grab a drink or coffee? Like, why does it have to be that intense? I just feel like it's odd. I don't think I want to do that. Um, yeah, I just don't think that's for me. And then my friend was like, "Is this coming from him?" And the girl was like, "No, it's not coming from him. It's just what I think is a better idea." Weird to me. Oh, good. Interesting. The chat's kind of mixed on it. Some of you guys think it's weird. Some of you think it's not. Yeah, disco is forever. This is my functional disco ball that Brett Sheridan installed for me. I can put lights on it and rotate it too. I can show you guys in a second if you want. Wiley OFC, yeah. I'm 25 and never dated anyone. Any advice on meeting people beyond dating apps? I'm not attractive, so dating apps are not the way to go. First of all, don't call yourself not attractive. And if you feel that way, then do things that you feel make you attractive. Like I try to advise this to people, but like whatever you are not liking about yourself physically, it do the work to try to change it. So like if you don't like your clothes, I always recommend to people like simple is better. Like buy a bunch of or one or two black t-shirts and jeans. Usually that's a very attractive look. Um, like keep it simple. If you don't like your eyebrows, then pluck them or learn to love them. If you don't like your hair, try to dye it blue, change it up, switch things around. Like whatever it is that you're not loving, work on that and learn to love yourself. I think that's the most important thing is to find yourself, be able to think that you can be attractive. That's the first step of trying to date is having that self-confidence and love for yourself. That's more important than being on the apps. The next thing I would suggest is that I think it's really great when people have hobbies. I unfortunately don't do a lot of group classes or activities. Anytime I do, I always end up meeting people that at least whether they're friends or whatnot, but like whether it's a tennis class lesson or a pottery class or a painting class or any kind of like people who like running and they do a runners club. I think those are great ways to meet people as well. Just being outside of your place as often as you can and doing activities where like-minded people might be. Volunteering is an amazing way to meet people as well. Soup kitchen, shelter, those kind of things. Thanks for asking the question, Wiley. Let's see what's going on with you guys in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Super Chat in, Streamlabs in, Handsome Ransom. Aloha. Throwback to me realizing what Ain't No Fun and Got Your Money were about after singing and dancing to them my whole childhood. Wait, what are those songs? I don't know them. You plan on seeing Predator Badlands. I thought it was awesome. Long live Stryer, Handsome Ransom, you rock. I haven't seen a single Predator movie, so I don't think so. But maybe. People have said it could be the first one I see, but I think that'd be weird. But I'm guessing Real Rejects is going to have me watch all of them at some point. I hear this one's amazing. I hear it's so good. Oh boy. Should I start cooking with you guys or should I get off to start cooking? I don't know. By the way, shout out to JC Cleaver, Wiley OFC, Sexy Andrew Thomas, Freak Stomp, Seattle KO, Robert Presser, Scott Welsh, Handsome Ransom, RQMDSMD, Mike Joyce, Eric with a CK for being our Streamlabsers and Super Chatters of the day so far. Hell yeah, dudes. And dudettes. Although actually I think this entire list is dudes. But I also love me some dudettes. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Did anybody say to me what they thought I should do? Oh, I'm gonna do the potato. I should, you know what? I should at least bring you guys to put the potato in the oven right now, in the air fryer. Yeah, because even if let's just go let's do the potato in the air fryer at least. All right, here we go, team. We're going to the kitchen. We're going to the kitchen. We're going to the kitchen and we're gonna put the potato in the air fryer. The air fryer. This is like a horror movie POV. Come into the fridge and we're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen and we're gonna do the potatoes in the easiest way we know how. We're not even gonna stab them with a fork. We're just gonna put them in for 45 minutes. This honestly you can't So, is that a compliment to this part of the stream, or is it an insult to the rest of the stream? Who's to say, really? We're gonna put the washcloth on just to rinse the outside, because I hear it makes a difference, but I don't really know if it does make you wet. It's very, very good, and we're in the hood. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Just so you guys know, when I'm home alone, this is what I be doing. I'm like, Roxy going down the stairs and she's making a left, going into the living room. Yeah, she's making a left, sitting on the couch, her feet are up. Let's hope she doesn't lose circulation. That would suck. That would suck. That would suck. That would suck. It's just how I by myself in the apartment. Okay, this isn't me. Okay, this is why people think I'm a bad singer. That's not me really singing. Okay, let's really try. Okay. Roxy is going down the stairs. She's down the stairs. She's turning left. She's turning right. She's making her way to the couch. Yeah, the couch. She said the cow. You're doing that right. Okay. We're going to turn it up. We're going to put it on 400 for 20 minutes. Just, it's going to take longer than that, but then we'll check on it. So that. All right, while we're in here, let's make a little bit of a dressing for our salad and our salmon, and we'll make it as one. And because we make it as one, we'll put half and half, but then that takes away half the job, you know? All right. We're eating cashews. Anybody else pick at food while they... Oh, the reason I wanted to do this salad was because I got avocado that's going to go bad. Well, missed that opportunity. We'll put the avocado in the fridge. You're not supposed to put avocado in the fridge, but if they're going to go bad, then you better. When I said I love you, you say you better. All right. My dad sent me my birthday present. Look how cute. Oh, no, when he was here. Oh, that's what it was. When he's here at the hotel and he was leaving, he just wrote this, like, keep it in my fridge. I love my daughters. This was to me and my sister. So nice. So cute. All right. There we go. Is that thing so loud for you guys? We're getting a lemon. We're making a dressing. The dressing's gonna be great. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Keep sending stream mobs and super chat so I don't have to think about what to talk about. It's that kind of show. And if you guys want to be here with me while I'm cooking, then you've got to show up to show out. Chucky style. Okay. Where'd you go? You can barely hear it. Good. So you can hear me. It's very loud. We are taking one whole lemon. We're cutting it in quarters. We are going to squeeze that juice, mama. You're not supposed to put tomatoes in the fridge. And you're not supposed to put lemons in the fridge. But I put lemons in the fridge. But I don't put tomatoes in the fridge. Unless they're going to go bad. Like I'm leaving on vacation. Squeeze the lemon. Juice the lemon. What else are you guys watching? Now I'm emboldened to be seeing every word. What else are you guys watching? Sunday. We talk TV a lot on Sundays. So I was like, why aren't you guys talking at all? Weirdos. Okay. Gotta get all the lemon stuff out. We just set a Real Rejects Friendsgiving. I'm very excited about that. What stuff do you want me to film for Real Rejects while I'm there? You're loving The Witcher. Wow. I haven't watched past season 1. It seems like it's highly ranked on Netflix right now, though. I haven't watched tonight's episode or this week's episode of Tulsa King yet. I really like that show, too. Are you guys up to date on Abbott Elementary? I feel like nobody talks about that show enough, and they should. Let's see, wait. You watch Interview the entire show. I know, everybody says that. I'm bummed that I didn't love that movie. I don't have my phone over here. I gotta tell you guys, I got that new phone and it was super fucking expensive, and because my old phone wasn't working, so I had to get a new phone. And everybody said the camera was gonna be amazing. It was amazing. I don't think it's that good. It's just kind of blurry. I'm starting to wonder if it's me. Me? Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Okay, so we've squeezed. How do I see another seed? I'm coming for you, seed. There we go. Squeezed a lemon. And do a lot of mustard. This is Dijon. Here we go. Yum. Good amount of mustard. Oh, really? I don't have that much garlic. Oh, yes, I do. A different area. Okay. We're going to do at least 3 cloves of garlic, if not 4. This is the classic dressing I always make with a little bit of a twist. It's really good as a salmon marinade, and it's excellent on salads. One fun fact about salmon that I learned, I think from Adam Gertler, which, by the way, he has a restaurant open that Steph and I went to support this week, and it was really good. I forget what it's called, but go to his social media and you'll see. But you don't want to marinate your fish, especially your salmon, in any citrus-based marinade for longer than 30 minutes. It doesn't make a difference. It's not like if you leave it overnight, it helps, because the lemon, the acid, actually cooks the salmon, cooks the fish, and that's how you make ceviche. So as opposed to, like, I used to let something sit for 24 hours, but if it's fish and it's lemon, you don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. I'm refreshing the Streamlabs. Since I started cooking, not one person has sent in a Streamlab or a super chat. Did you guys hate that I'm cooking? Or is it because you thought I was leaving? Or is it because I'm so entertaining that you don't want to throw off the flow? It's a really good look for me, by the way. Next thing I need desperately is a new computer. This computer, like, straight up doesn't work anymore and is completely full, and I can't believe it's lasting for the stream. When I went home and tried to use it, it did not. But that's got to be 2026 Roxy's problem. It's got to be. Salmon bowls slab. I do a lot of salmon and rice, but we're going to do salmon and potato today, just to mix up our lives. We don't want to stick to the same thing. Guys, the dinner that my date took me to on Friday was like the nicest dinner anybody's ever taken me to, probably. We had steaks, we had caviar, we had chocolate cake, we had, I mean, like so many delicious things. It was so incredibly generous and kind. You guys know I'm usually a split things 50-50 girl. I really, really don't like to let somebody pay for me. It makes me uncomfortable. But if you're going to suggest a restaurant, if you're going to say, I want to take you out and then pick a restaurant that is out of most people's price range, I still tried, but he was like, no, obviously I've got this, which I thought was really, really nice. And it was great. The food was insane. It was insane. Like an absolute, it was so good. So good. Okay. Now we're gonna press the garlic. Press the garlic. Okay. Let's use a garlic press. If not, what are you doing? Okay. Do I want to do more than 3 cloves? Who am I talking with tomorrow? Only the rejects. Do I mind reeking of garlic when I'm with them? No, I don't. Oh, wait, I don't need to be making this much dressing. I'm not making a salad. I forgot. Guys, why didn't you tell me that? What the fuck? I can't believe you did that. I'm so annoyed with you guys. I know that's unfair, but that's how I feel. Why did you guys not tell me? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put half this on the salmon as a marinade for 15 minutes. And then the other half we'll put in the fridge. And when we make the salad, it will still be good. Dressing stays for a week, so I'm still pissed at you guys, but I guess I'll forget you. I suppose. Okay. Now we're doing olive oil. We need more olive oil. So far it is Dijon, olive oil, garlic, lemon. Now we're going to do salt and pepper. Obviously. Never don't do salt and pepper. Salt and pepper here. And we're in the back. I always like more pepper than I do salt. I'm a big pepper girl. I know, Susie, I thought I was making this avocado, but remember you guys saw me put the potato in the air fryer. Ugh. I could just hold the potatoes for a different day and make the salad. But that's why I put the avocados in the fridge. Okay. And then we're going to add, for the dressing we're not going to, but for the salmon, we're going to add a little bit of parsley. Let's see. How is this? It's so fucking good. This is always 10 out of 10 times the absolute best dressing and marinade. So much better than store-bought, which has a crazy amount of shit in it. We're going to do a little more olive oil because it's a little citrusy because that was a lot of lemon juice. The salad I was going to make was going to be fully loaded. It was going to be with apple and mushrooms and onion and all that stuff. Kind of that's what I'm more in the mood for right now. I guess I'll just save the potatoes for tomorrow. He's like, what am I doing? I wonder, because usually I bake my potatoes for 40 minutes. I wonder if I bake them for 20 now, and then I put them in the fridge if I only have to bake them for 20 when I want to make them. Does anybody know? Ooh, this is insanely good. Guys, okay, put the top on. Really mix it up well. It is like divine to die for. All right. Here we go. We're going to get the salmon. We got 2 pieces. It's going to be delicioso. This bag. I'm going to use this as a trash bag. It's so weird. We have somebody in the chat right now. My hands are dirty, so I can't stop them, but they just keep saying, hi, I'm a crackhead. I'm just like, hi, crackhead. You seem like a crackhead. Hope you're doing well. Always hope everybody's doing well. Hi, I'm a crackhead. Oh, maybe they just wanted me to say that out loud so they could clip that out, and then everybody would think that about me. That would be hysterical. All right. Because it's too much and you've typed it 80 times. I guess I have to block you, but that's a bummer. I'll just put you in timeout for now. I put you in timeout just because you were spamming, but I'm a crackhead. How much for an interview with a vampire reaction? Where, on this channel or there? I don't know. I think it's like a Patreon level of theirs, right? You can suggest things for Patreon levels. Thanks, Charlie. Flix Fix. Okay, let's see. What's going on with you guys? Let's refresh the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, RQMD, in the host. Sunday night cooking with Roxy. Yeah, that's what's good. That was our first Streamlabs in 24 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Times are weird. This I know. I think it blocked the spam comments. Did you guys not see those? It was just this one guy who just typed like 15 times that he was a crackhead. Okay. So we are going to take this glorious looking salmon. There's 2 pieces. I'm going to put it on the plate. And now I'm going to put some of this dressing on there. And then I'm going to add some parsley, some just dried parsley. Parsley goes super well with salmon. Putting some parsley on. If I had fresh parsley, I would use that. But honestly, dried parsley after you're making something in the oven or the air fryer like this, it tastes pretty much the same. So don't sweat it too much. Pouring a little bit. Okay. And like I said, just gonna let that sit for like 15, 20. You don't want it to sit too long because the acid will cook it. And this we're learning on Roxy's Kitchen. I just have a small apartment kitchen, but I will say you can do a lot in a small apartment kitchen. You can't make it look as pretty on the internet, but if you've got an oven, or in my case, I do have an oven, but an air fryer and a countertop and a refrigerator, you can kind of stay making things work. Let's see if you guys can see this. It's going to be fucking gangster. One thing about me, Susie, to answer your question, because you are an OG, so you never write anything that I don't try to answer. One thing about me is that I eat at whatever time I'm hungry. There was a long time where people were like, don't eat past 8 o'clock, intermittent fast, blah, blah, blah. It's not good for you. It's not this, it's not that. And my dad, luckily, is I grew up with a dad who's a bodybuilder, and he used to eat super late. And I asked him about it a few times, and he's just like, well, of course, like if you're not eating past 8 o'clock, it limits the amount of calories you're going to intake in a day. And also there's things about it disrupting your sleep and whatnot. But he's like, if you're hungry, eat. And I'm kind of a big fan of if you're hungry, eat. There's a lot of people on social media nowadays who are like, you don't have to eat when you're hungry. Like if you're hungry, you could just be hungry. And I don't subscribe to that. I'm not saying that late at night, I usually try not to eat things that are like just junk, but I worked out today at 6:30 till 7:30, and then I came home and I haven't eaten dinner. So I'm not going to not eat dinner because it's going to be 9, because it's going to be 10 o'clock by the time I eat. I'm going to for sure eat. I'm also up until like 3 in the morning anyway. So yeah, I'm just super duper not a fan of restricting the times that you're eating if you know that you've got a difficult schedule. If you have a normal schedule and you can finish eating by 8 o'clock, go to bed by midnight, then that's dope. But that's not my life, and I'm not going to stress out over something that like just wouldn't work for my lifestyle. I know Andrew Guy's a big intermittent fasting person. It works for a lot of people, but not for your girl. Wait, I'm obsessed with this comment. Sorry, this is probably so inappropriate, but what's a corn star? You look like a corn star on crack, sir. Listen, that's cool. If you think first of all, I don't care if I'm on crack or not. You think I look like a porn star? Let's ride. Like, go me. They be hot. I'm not one. I'm obsessed. And yeah, right now I do look like a little crackola girly. Little crack never hurt anybody, guys. That's not true. Crack kills. That's what I used to say to anybody whose butt crack was hanging out. Susie Foods Fuel. Yeah. Yeah, when your schedule is a factor, like today, because I was doing all that stuff, and then I came home and I was doing emails and whatever, and I didn't start cooking right away, and it's just like, so that's that. Like, I'm not gonna not moving these potatoes around. Okay. Just gonna keep baking the potatoes. If anything, I'll just put them in the fridge. I'll eat them in the next couple of days. How long do baked potatoes last in the fridge? Do I feel like salad or potato, guys? It's a difficult question for your girl. It's a difficult question for your girl. I kind of still feel like the salad, so because of the apple and the crunch of that sounds good. Let's go for it. I know the potatoes are baking, but let's just ditch that. Do this. Eat the potatoes at a different time. All right. Here we go. Checking in with you guys in the Streamlabs and in the super chat and in the chat. La 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 la. Handsome Ransom in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Aloha, aloha. Sending in some support, positively and good vibes. I would be down for a Cooking at the Roxy show. To be honest, Cooking at the Roxy. Maybe I'm the only one. Anyways, stay awesome sauce and long live Strierverse. How do you guys feel about that? We used to do more of it. It's just like I don't have a great setup for it, but I guess that doesn't matter. I do cook I probably cook 10 times a week, honestly. Maybe not 10, but at least, no, probably more like 6. I probably cook, there's probably a day where I don't cook at all. It's leftover stuff, but I probably cook 6 times a week. So Okay. So that's the salmon. Now let's see what we're going to do for the salad. We know that we bought spinach at the store, so we are going to do it as a spinach salad. Also, spinach and salmon go gangbusters together. This has already been washed 3 times, but I'm anal, so I will wash it again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a bowl, and wash it, rinse it in there. Probably going to do, so that I have enough for tomorrow, I'm going to do half of this container. There we go. I don't believe in non-fully loaded salads. I'm gonna put some dishes in the dishwasher because I have stuff soaking in the sink. All right, let's put this in. Do you guys want to know something really nice? Yesterday I was very sad because I have a personal thing going on with a friend, where I have a friend who is not treating me super kindly, and another one of my friends knew this, and they texted me and they said, they said, I know you're going out tonight and I don't feel like going out, but can I come over, pick you up and drive you to where you're going so we can just catch up and hang? How effing kind is that? I was like, it's the sweetest thing on planet Earth. Absolutely. And that's what we did. And it's like sometimes when somebody's being a bad friend, which my other friend is being a horrific friend, if somebody shows up for you or is a decent friend, like the entire world feels better. My whole life, I was like that. My whole life felt better in that moment because I was like, this person really cares about me. And while this other friend is sucking right now, this other friend is going above and beyond to show me that I am loved and supported. So that was cool. Okay. Just a quick dry on this of the washed spinach. Okay, now I don't know about you guys, but I don't like any salads to not be chopped. I love a chopped salad. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to chop this bad boy up. Where is my cutting board? Oh, that cutting board's too big. Where is my smaller? And I know cutting board being plastic is not good, but that's what we're working with. Okay. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. I've also had a weird week in general. I had doctor's appointments and stuff, and I have a lot of doctor's appointments coming up and some bizarro health things. So keep you guys posted on some of that stuff as more comes out. But yeah, it was just really nice that my friend was like, well, let me come do something nice for you just because I love you. And that wasn't convenient for them, but was so kind to me. And another friend did something really nice for me too. Yesterday, I went over to, told you to see my friend's baby, and she lives very far away. She lives in Calabasas. It's not very far, but it did take me an hour to get there, an hour to get back. So I was only there for 90 minutes, or 2 hours. And she knows that I love tea, and she gave me this thing. She gifted me. Have you guys heard of this? Ember. It will keep your tea at the temperature you want while you're drinking it. It keeps it hot. So I'm stoked about that. I can't wait to try it. What's going on with you guys? I also can get off, and then it's late. I know. I can get off and finish cooking and put a picture in the Discord of how it all turns out if you guys would prefer. We have put the spinach in the bowl. Now we're gonna do. We're gonna use some carrots. We're gonna do some mushroom, and then we're gonna do some apple. some avocado. Do we want to do onion? Salmon goes well with onions, but I don't think we need it. We also could do some cashews. I don't know if we need that either. And we could do some what was I just looking at? Oh no, Sam, you've got health stuff going on too. One thing I will say that sucks about living 3,000 miles away from my family is when you have like health issues, it's brutal. And you do feel super solo. I don't know exactly what's going on with you, Sam. I know that's a different situation for you, but health stuff, it's like puts everything in perspective and it's difficult, frustrating. And oftentimes, like right now, what I'm going through, they're not exactly sure what's going on with something. So that's why I have to go in next month for more testing on stuff. And that's hard to like just sit and wait and hope and whatever. I really have tried to, through therapy and through getting older, really try to not focus on the things I can't control. So I try to control what I can, and things I can't, just try to keep a positive mindset as much as I can. And, you know, you don't know things until you know them, and deal with whatever comes. So that is what I have been working on. Hello, carrots. For you East Coasters, it is late right now. Because for us West Coasters, it's a bit late. By the way, I don't think I've bought a full-size carrot in years. Baby carrots till I die. I love me a baby carrot. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Hello, friends. Send in that support. Shout out to those of you who have already. Shout out to those of you guys who haven't and wish you could. If you can, I've gone extra long just to be here with you guys while I'm cooking. But then again, you guys are here with me. Okay, we're putting the carrots in. There we go. It's a bunch of carrots. Okay. Now we're going to do some mushrooms. Not too many. This won't need too many. We'll do some. The way you're supposed to rinse mushrooms is you take a paper towel and you wet it. And then you take the mushroom and you go like this. I don't know. It's like too harsh on a mushroom to do it the other way. It's another trick that I learned. That is how you clean them. And then I take the stems off. Roxy's little cooking corner, where she sometimes sings and always tells you guys what's going on. You can see it works because it does. Chop, chop, chop. Let's see. I wish I liked mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I love all kinds of mushrooms, especially shiitake mushrooms. I have a friend who asks everybody if they were a mushroom, what kind of mushroom they would be. I do feel like I'm a shiitake mushroom. What are you guys? Portobello, pimini, so many. Especially when mushrooms are cooked, it's so good. But in a salad, they're nice, just like this. Gives it like a little extra meat. Again, salads should be fully loaded. It's not a meal. It's bird food. Sam saying, I love drugs. I love mushrooms, not drugs. I like them both. I love magic mushrooms. I hadn't done them in a little bit. And then allegedly I did them like a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh yeah, this rocks for me. little micro. Again, allegedly. In case 5-0 are watching. So there's plenty of other things to get me on. Okay. We do the mushrooms. We do the carrots. We're going to skip the onions. We're going to do an apple. Gonna wash the apple. Wash the apple. This is a Fuji. I wanted a Honey Crisp, but the Honey Crisps, I felt them and they did not feel good. And I was like, I'd rather a great feeling Fuji than a shitty feeling Honey Crisp. I like Fuji. Not the way I love Honey Crisp. Pink Lady, Gala, Fuji, all very good. Okay. Instead of thin slice, I think I'm going to do these in chunks. But first, I'm going to try the apple, make sure. Oh, I made the right decision. This is an elite apple. So good. So good. That is so good. Okay, because the salad is chopped, we're doing cubes of apple. Do you guys care for me to tell you what it is when I'm doing it, or does that not make a difference? Are you guys like, why are you telling us what you're doing? This isn't actually a cooking show. And you are not actually a chef, which certainly I'm not. I'm just somebody who's been known to cook a mean meal. You know who else cooks a great meal? Steph Sabra. We've cooked for each other so many times. And I know I can just like really trust her in the kitchen. You're curious? Okay. I'll have you guys check in with it in a second. Sometimes I'll only do half an apple, but this apple is really good, so I'm going to do the whole dang kit and caboodle. Also, because this is going to be a big salad, I'm going to save half of it for tomorrow. So that will be good. Trick for, I'm sure you guys know this, but in case you don't, make sure the apple doesn't brown or the lemon doesn't brown overnight. You squeeze a little, sorry, the apple or the avocado, you squeeze a little lemon juice on it. And then it does not brown, go bad, even when it's cut. You guys already know that? Yes or no? I honestly don't know what is happening, so if you guys can hear me, let's see. My computer blacked out because I told you it's broken, and then a pop-up came up that said that my account is full and stopped syncing, which I don't know what that's about. And then I don't know. So that's what happened. All right. I don't even know if I can move you guys back there. I'm scared. Maybe I move this avocado to here. See how that goes. Hold on. Hang tight. We'll cut it together. Okay. Usually I do tomatoes too, but I don't know that that needs it. Yeah, yes, 85 minutes is my computer's limit. I know, it's so busted. It does this all the time where it just turns black and it's like, bitch, what happened? Ooh, this avocado actually looks bomb. Good job. Okay. We're really doing a marathon tonight. Why? Because we're enjoying each other, I guess. Okay. Wonder if any of you guys left me during that time period. It would have been your prerogative. You didn't know if I was ever coming back. But those of you guys who know me, which is all of you, believed in me, believed I shall return. Okay? Putting the avocado in the bowl, bowl. The avocado in the bowl. I'm still making this baked potato, but I'm not going to eat it tonight. You guys think it's going to be as good for the next few days? Let's hope so. I put 2 in there. You can always use sweet potato. Maybe I'll make dessert from it. Sweet potato dessert slaps. Okay. Oh. I gotta put the salmon in the air fryer. That will only take about 10 minutes to cook. All right. All right, I'm going to get out of here in a couple minutes and send in any final Streamlabs or super chats or questions or comments or concerns. Look at my hand. I'm a monster. Oh no. Avocado pit down. Rolled on my pants. Okay, we're going to throw this away and we're going to rinse our hands off so that they're not covered in avocado. You guys hear me when I'm over here? I hope so, because otherwise, that's odd for you. Okay. You gotta put the salmon in the air fryer. If you can't hear me, just know that well, I hope you can. And if you can't, then you can't. But I hope you can. I'm singing to you at the top of my lungs. So I'm gonna actually cook this with the skin side up so that the skin can nice and crisp. That is how you do it. You could also do it for a few minutes on the other side and then just put the skin in by itself. If you guys are looking. And what I do, I hope you can hear me. What I do is I wipe down the skin so that it's completely dry going in there, so there's no liquids on it because it crisps up more. So, okay, I'm gonna put this in the air fryer. First, we're gonna take the potatoes out of the air fryer. Let's attempt to do this. Yep. Okay, pop this in. Okay, gonna do 6 minutes and then check it. And then do a few more. Bada bing, bada boom, you know? Come back. Did you hear me that whole time or no? Oh, you heard me loud and clear. Great. So happy. So we know what the salad's looking like. Fully loaded, baby. Avocado, apple, mushroom, spinach, and carrots. And then we're going to put the dressing, do the salmon, la la la. Yeah. Jacob in 2207. Don't know those numbers either. What do you think of claims that the last Superman movie is an Israel-Palestine analogy? Is that a fair take? I think that the best person to answer that question is obviously James Gunn, and he has. And I think that I talked about this a little bit on Rejects, but it's not how it struck me. I could see why somebody would find parallels based on when it was written. It doesn't really make sense production timeline-wise that this would at least be about current Israel-Palestine conversations, because this would have been written prior to October 7th. Not that there has not been a forever ongoing conflict. But I think that it was very reminiscent of many conflicts. There was a lot about it that reminded me of Russia-Ukraine. Also because a lot of people draw the comparison that it was white people versus brown people, which doesn't make sense for Israel-Palestine because obviously in the Middle East, there's a lot of brown people on everywhere. But yeah, conflicts are conflicts. And I think that it was very much so touching upon a lot of history repeating itself. And I could see why somebody would think that, but I think it would be ignorant to think that that was the only thing that he was going for. Thank you for the question. Yeah. So that. What a way to end the stream, am I right? I love the rock stars, because what you guys have turned this to is shout out to the brown people of the world. Brown people for the win. Hell yeah. One thing that all rock stars can agree on. Let's go brown people. I mean, like, absolutely hell yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad that was your takeaway. Cool. Yeah, you know what sucks? Judging anybody for the color of their skin. It's lame. I can't believe it's 2025 and we still do that shit. How absolutely fucking batshit crazy you have to be like, that person is blank color and therefore they suck. That's crazy. You suck. Okay. Let's see if there's anything going on the Streamlabs. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here because it's 1 a.m. for you New Yorkers and I have to eat food. Nothing more in the Streamlabs. So just a quick shout out to all the Streamlabsers and super chatters of the day so far. Handsome Ransom, RQMDSMD, Scott Welsh, Mike Joyce, Eric with the CK, and JC Cleaver, Wiley OFC, Andrew Thomas, Freak Stomp, Seattle KO, Robert Presser, Charlie Flicks Fix, and Jacob in 2207. Thanks. That's about that. Stay safe, stay sane, put down toilet seat and live. We don't want those buffoons. Don't try with the Holocaust. Just for all of the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, we're in the rainbow. We love you. We stand with the women of Iran. So the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself, Glenn Caesar, thinking about you. At this point, the golden sparkles to the gentleman himself, Glenn Caesar. Yes, I'm always thinking about Glenn Caesar, but it's really more of a shout out to all the rock stars who are struggling with anything. Always thinking about you guys. Whoever's going through health issues, whoever's going through tough times, golden sparkles to all of you guys. We learned that from Glenn. So he's the one who gets the name on that part, but it's really to all the rock stars. Sending bunnies your way, sending love your way. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Before that, I'll see you Tuesday on Christian Show. I'm usually on Real Rejects like multiple times a week, but definitely on Thursdays. Friday for Only Stupid Answers. Back here Sunday as well. All Roxy all week. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. You're like I wasn't. That's fine. Okay. Later, rock stars.